Hey guys, how you doing?
What's going on our G's then?
So guys, today is the long awaited for much requested labour and delivery story.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying not to talk too loud and too enthusiastic because Nova is sleeping and we don't want to wake her up.
Yeah, so if it sounds like we're whispering, you know why, but we'll try to, well, me personally, I'll try to enunciate my words as clearly and loudly as possible, without being too loud.
I know, boy, welcome to parenthood, right? Okay guys, so where to start?
The pain.
Okay, I'm gonna try and go through this video as quick as, with as much information. So, my due date, which I'd never ever told any of you guys, was the 10th of July 2017. As everyone knows, myself and Ejay didn't know what we were having. We didn't know if it was a boy or a girl.
And yeah guys, a lot of you thought we actually knew. We genuinely didn't know.
We said it like 25
billion
times.
Did you lot genuinely not find out? It was like, yeah, we didn't find out because of the whole essence, the whole beauty behind it. You know, you don't get many surprises in life, so we thought let this one be one of the many surprises, well, one of the few surprises.
Yeah, for our future children, I'll definitely carry on and still find out what I'm having, because God's gonna give you what He knows you can have or manage. So yeah, but yeah. So anyway, my due date was the 10th of July, which was a Monday. I really wanted her or baby to come on the 7th, 2017. So I was like, yeah, I'm believing God that she's gonna come on the 7th. 7th's the number of completion. We got married on our 7th anniversary. Nah. Anyway, guys, I walked a lot, went up and down stairs a lot,
walked up steep hills a lot.
Well, right now it's going to 1 o'clock in the morning. Mrs. Jones, as you can see, is on her phone, and the little one is playing games. Little one's misbehaving. He's decided, or she's decided, not to arrive yet. Yeah, so we've decided, as a method to try and induce labour, we're gonna walk down a very steep hill. So it's actually a hill. Yeah, we're gonna walk down a steep hill. The hill.
Ejay is like giving you this video right now. Like I've even got the energy for all his enthusiasm.
Yeah,
but
she
it's really nice.
right now. I'm the energy crew, full vim inside.
No.
Whereas Mrs. Jones is just, you know, relaxed. But it's understandable. She's pregnant. You know, she's been carrying a baby for 9 months and how many other days. So, you know, she's amazing. You know, she's the real MVP, the real star of the show.
So we're about to start our walk. This is the hill we're going down. Show them.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're gonna go down this hill and come back up. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, but I just felt like doing it now because yeah, I am 5 days overdue now, I think. Yeah, I think I'm either 4 or 5 days overdue, and yeah, we need to get this baby out. Like if this doesn't work, next thing I'm gonna do is take a spoon of castor oil and see if that helps. I've been having loads of Braxton Hicks contractions, but I've been having those from literally 2 months ago, but literally this week they come like back to back to back. Yeah, and I've been having a bit of cramping. And you lot, where the hell's my midwife? Bro, I've been calling her.
She's gone Marbella.
I'm calling her, I'm hearing some international ringtone, like, Sully,
yeah.
Where are you?
She's like, I just took the kids, on my husband, got the cans out, got the cans.
My feet were swollen all this time before, so I haven't had on trainers in a long time. And yeah, my feet are burning me. They're burning me. Like, when walking downhill, note to self, make sure you cut your big toenail. And my toenails aren't even that long, but I haven't worn trainers in a long time. Yeah, I want to carry on walking downhill. I know it's going to be mad getting back up, but gotta push yourself, man. Gotta do what you gotta do, right? At the stop point, gonna make our way back up. I'm gonna be silent. He's just gonna jibber jabber because
I I'm gonna be the Mr. Motivator. Yes, we can. Lift up those high knees. High knees. As I'm saying, I'm doing high knees. No, she can't really do high knees.
Just walking back up here already. My inner pelvis is ready to give up.
Man, literally, I can feel my calf them. The athlete.
I don't even have it in me today, guys.
Oh, you gotta have a bit of banter.
Yeah.
And that's right. You done good, girl, man. You done good, babes, man.
I can't believe how far down like we've walked, because this is a really long hill as well. Not only is it really steep, really long.
Yeah. I always say that I reckon this is the steepest hill in South London.
It's definitely not, bro, because the one I drove down the other day, I thought I was gonna even collapse in the car.
Oh.
It's not even far from here.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, see, I'm getting another Braxton Hicks. When you're walking and you get them, it's a strange feeling.
How strange is strange?
Strange.
It's so strange, it's strange.
Literally.
So now it's mastering the art of walking whilst there you go. Whilst vlogging and try not to buckle or fall on the floor and embarrass yourself.
If you fall on the floor, I'm leaving you there.
I'll style it out and start doing press ups.
I'll be like, whose man that is?
Right, see, hey, you two, see that? Quick to the soul now, man, yeah? Right, so when I fall, you're not gonna pick me up. Yeah, whenever she's tired, it's okay. It's okay.
Do you know how uncomfortable it is?
No, you're doing good though, man. No, proper. I'll give it to you.
Praise God.
What, 9 months pregnant, you're still out walking, doing your thing?
Bro, I'm almost 41 weeks.
Can you imagine?
This baby, I thought you were going to be here about... I wanted the baby to come on the 7th.
Yeah,
Today is the 15th.
The 15th today? No, 14th.
It's the 15th.
Oh, raw. Mad.
So, when you're ready, when God wants it to, I'm just going to have to keep doing what I need to do until it's ready to come.
That's it. This means God's just doing something extra special with our baby. That's
Giving it longer hair.
That's it. Longer hair.
And longer lashes.
Dimples and all that. Know what I mean? Pruning.
More health. That's it. And a prettier smile. And beautiful skin. I'm joking.
Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth.
Hey guys. No, but I can't talk no more about breath.
Alright. See you guys at the top. Guys, so we made it to the top of the hill. So it looks like me and Mrs. Jones are king and queen of the hill. We came, we saw, we conquered, you know. So, hey, how you feeling, babes? Ready to give birth?
I've been ready, but I feel hella tired right now. Like I just done a major workout.
Yeah, that's it, man. Cardio.
It's taking us like 20 minutes to walk down and 30 minutes. Okay, no, 50 minutes to walk down. About 25 minutes to walk back up.
No, she's done good. I'm proud of her. That's my baby, my baby, my baby. But yeah, so that is it. We came, and again we saw, and again we set our mind, and again we conquered.
Okay, she was overdue, almost by 2 weeks. I gave birth on the 19th of July. Which was a Wednesday, early hours of the morning. She came at 4:10 a.m. Now, where to begin? When I was 36 weeks, up until I was 36 weeks pregnant, my belly was always measuring about ½ an inch smaller, but I was still within average. Between my 36th week and then my 38th week, my midwife came with a student midwife, and when my student midwife was checking my belly, she was like, oh, you're measuring quite big. And I was just like, So I was like, what's that about? And so my actual midwife came over and she measured it herself just to make sure that the student midwife wasn't saying the incorrect thing. Anyway, I had gone from being 36 or 35.5 inches to being about, each week you're meant to measure up to that week. So if I was on 38 weeks at that time, I should have been about 38 inches. Was it centimeters? One of the two. I was about 41 or 2. And they were like, that's a bit strange. And then they were touching my belly and they said, oh, seems like you've got quite a lot of fluid. And I said, what does that mean? and they said, oh, nothing as such. Maybe you have gestational diabetes. And I was like, no, I don't. Like, you know, I already knew I didn't. So I was just like, they were just like, okay, but maybe you do. And I was just thinking, girl, no, I don't, because I don't. Anyway, and then she was just like, yeah, okay, well, I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna have to make you go and get a growth scan. So at that point, I'm no longer getting scanned from when I was 5 months. I had to go and get a growth scan. This was basically to check how big a baby was, to make sure baby's growing fine, to make sure that the fact that there's a lot of water isn't a problem. Okay, I've gone to the growth scan and I've seen a sonographer, and the sonographer said to me, oh yeah, you've got a lot of fluid. They've measured the amount of fluid and they've also measured the size of the baby. She said to me, you know, we don't have a specific reason why you've got more amniotic fluid than most people, but it could be that you've got gestational diabetes. And in my mind I'm thinking, no, I don't. But when I've gone to this appointment, I've gone on my own because Ejay's away at training because he's just started a new job, and I didn't really want to, you know, sit on the negative appointment. So I didn't really tell anyone else except my mum, and I told her not to worry, to come with me. So I went and I was updating Ejay as I was there. And after they've told me this, I was like, oh, I know that I have diabetes. And it was like, well, your due date was in about, I think my due date was about 13 days from then. So it was like, oh, we're just gonna have to keep a close eye on you and have you come in for constant checkups. But baby looks fine, baby's heartbeat's fine, baby's blood pressure's fine, everything's fine. So I was just like, okay. And then she said, well, let me just get a specialist to get a second opinion. So this doctor's come, which is a specialist, and she's kind of come with more of a negative kind of flow, and I was just like, I bind you, but it's all good though. And she was kind of like, you know, you could have diabetes, but you're so far gone that, you know, we wouldn't be, there's nothing we should do at this point, there's no point, and we might as well just keep a close eye on you, and what we're going to do is get you to come in 7 days for another checkup, and if you haven't gone into labour naturally, we're going to advise you to book in your induction. And I'm like, well, I don't want to be induced. She's like, yeah, well, that's just what we advise. I mean, it's up to you ultimately, but that's what we advise. So I was just like, ugh. Like, she just wasn't like enthusiastic or giving me positivity, whereas the sonographer lady, so when the specialist had walked out, the sonographer was saying to me, she was like, you know what, to be honest, the human stomach can only stretch so big, so the fact that you've got a lot of amniotic fluid, your belly's likely, if the amniotic fluid continues to become more, your waters are likely to break. So don't worry, your waters are probably going to break sooner rather than later. You'll be okay. And I was like, I like you. But in that moment, I was just feeling like quite hormonal, very frustrated. And you know, with me, I like to know exactly what's going on, and they weren't able to give me an answer, but then they were telling me there was an issue even though I felt perfectly fine. So I'm kind of letting Ejay know what's going on. I'm texting him every 2 minutes. And yeah. No?
Oh, yeah, so as a result on that day, so as she mentioned, like, she's been texting me, you know, frequently, you know, she can start a new job and that, so you want to look the part and be the part, so to speak. So obviously, you know, they're really early, proper tentative and all that stuff. So as I'm on that day, I'm going backwards and forwards, going in and out. So obviously people noticing like what's going on. So one of my colleagues obviously explained to the lady, obviously my wife's pregnant, obviously he's gone backwards and forwards, whatever. So she sent me a message about obviously what they've said. But I'm like, are they mad? Like, my child? No way. Like, do you know what I mean? So for me, I even got offended the fact that the doctor was saying this about obviously our child. I said, no, like we've prayed what we've prayed and we've said what we said.
They also said, sorry to cut him off, that the baby was quite big. And I was stressed. I was like, Emmanuel, I don't want to have a big baby. Like, you know how I feel about, I don't want to have a big baby. Like, I just kept on saying to him, like, they were saying that the baby's already almost 8 pounds. And the baby's not even due yet. So in 2 weeks, that means the baby's going to be even bigger. And he was just doing what he does.
Yeah, so I just had to just send Mrs. Jones a one encouragement, you know, send her a message and a one voice note. I said, like, don't remember what I said, but I was in the zone.
I might have the text.
But I remember I was
Keep going, I'll see if I can find it.
Whose report do we believe? Don't believe the report of man. Man can say X, Y, and Z to me. You know, that's contrary, you know. It's with the word of God, and the word of God says A, B, C, D, E, F, G, do you know what I mean? So I was like, how dare they, like, do you know what I mean? So I remember I've gone in now, so obviously the course coordinator was like, oh man, yo, why didn't you tell me, like, your missus is pregnant? So obviously I'm like, no, it's not even that, like, do you know what I mean? It's just like, you start a new job, do you know what I mean? You just want to do what you need to do, and she was like, no, like, she literally like, just go and be home with your wife, you know what I mean? Or she don't talk like that, but I'm just giving her that voice. But she's like, no, you need to go with your wife right now, it's really important, like, something like this, she needs, you know, I don't want to kiss from her husband, you know what I mean? So I was like, you sure, like, really? Like, obviously I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? She said, no, just do it, just go. So I was like, alright, cool, innit? So, I think I told her, I tried to surprise her.
No, he never. So I came home from the appointment, so they just said to me, come back in a week, which was gonna be, I think like the 2nd of July. And they were just gonna keep a close eye on me. Hopefully, in my mind, I was like, well, hopefully my waters is broken by then. And then I came home. My cousin had taken me to mother care actually to go and buy some few bits for the baby. I came home, and then a few minutes later he came home, and I was happy because he had been away for the whole week, and he came home a day early, and I was just like, yeah. So.
And I came with gifts.
Yes.
I brought Chinese
to make me feel better. But yeah, so that was what was going on. So I had a lot of amniotic fluid. So I've gone in on the 2nd, and on the 2nd what did they do? On the 2nd when I came in, they were like, okay, your water still hasn't broken. They checked my the sonogram for my fluid again. My fluid hadn't gotten any more, so it was the same, and they said, oh, that's a good sign. And then I had to see the doctor. She just checked my stomach, and then she also said to me, okay, well, I'm going to advise you to book an induction date now. It doesn't mean that you will get induced, but it would be good for you to book it in. So my due date was 7 days later. So I think my induction date was booked in for like the Friday, like 2 or 3 days after my due date. And yeah, so I asked her, okay, I said to her, okay, she was like, do you want me to give you a sweet to encourage labour to come? And I called my mum, and then my mum was like, no, say no to the induction.
Okay, wait. Before she called the mum, we went on Google and typed in to find out.
You did.
Is it safe to
doctor was in front of us.
A sweep? What are the complications of doing a sweep? Has there been any issues when doing a sweep? What are the chances of the sweep being unsuccessful? So there's nothing like that, you know what I mean? Just to make sure that literally this is our baby. We ain't playing no games. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, and again, you want to think whereby they throw all these words at you left, right, and something like, yeah, act like, you know, you don't know.
No, I knew what a sweep was. I just was thinking like, I don't know, whatever.
I knew what it sounded like, but you know what I mean?
So I called my mum anyway, and she was just like, no, at the end of the day, what God has started, He's sure to finish. And she was just like, you know, everything's gone so perfectly so far, so don't listen to them, don't let them discourage you, just keep going, keep your head up, believe God. This is going to be a natural birth. And she was like, I really believe that you're going to do it, and you can do it. And I said, amen. So I came off the phone, and I was like to the doctor, no, I'm not going to take the sweep, I'll book in the induction. But obviously that was just booking an induction for more, like, you know, protocol. Yeah. So that was done, that appointment was done. Came in 7 days late on my due date, early in the morning, and my waters didn't break up until the 10th, which was my due date. And then I also cancelled my induction. Now, when I cancelled my induction, they said to me, oh, why? I said, because I don't want to be induced. I was like, the reality is that I don't want to be induced, and I just believe that I won't be induced, so I don't want to be induced. And I said, what's the maximum I can go? And they said, well, the maximum they would encourage is 41 weeks and 5 days. Oh, so you wouldn't go longer than 42 weeks because they believe the placenta doesn't work as effective after 42 weeks of being in the stomach. So I've now booked my induction for 41 weeks and 5 days, which was, I think, the 22nd or something like that of July. So they've checked me on the 10th, and they sent me home. Everything was fine still. Yeah, they just told me, this is an important part. They told me as soon as my water breaks, I need to go straight to the hospital. Now the reason being was that because I had so much fluid, the baby's head was not right against my bone, which it should have been. It was right in the correct direction, everything, but it was basically floating. So when my waters did break, it was possible for my umbilical, or the baby's umbilical cord, to go under the baby's head, and then the baby's head will push against it, and then obviously block its oxygen from coming through. Obviously that didn't happen because I already said it won't. Okay, but yeah, so they were like, as soon as your water breaks, you must go to the hospital. So I said, okay, cool. Yep, so that was part 1 of my labour and delivery story. So this is the complication that I was having pre-labour, which basically had me rattled. Stay tuned for the actual labour story and how my waters broke, if it did, and how everything happened.